Hello and welcome to episode 136 of the weekly recap. This is Black Shirt Wednesday. I am back with my partner in crime, Madalina. How are you doing today?
Hey Rick, hello everyone. I'm good. Still in Sao Paulo, Brazil today. After 2 weeks in Latin America, I was in Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo for the Veeam tours. It's been really amazing. Loved the Latam team. I had the community members, the Veeam 100 people. They had a presentation yesterday at Sao Paulo. So it was really, really great, but it's time for me to go back home. So tonight I'm flying back to Bucharest just for 2 weeks because then I start traveling again. But
It
yeah.
is absolutely crazy the amount of travel coming our way. Maddie, I just completed 4 straight weeks of travel. We didn't record last week. I was in Montreal, the French part of Canada, last week, and I messaged you. I'm like, Maddie, I just feel like poo. I was not able to function. In fact, Wednesday, I did my presentation and then just disappeared from the team at the event. And I was much better the next day, still maybe a little stuffy, but mostly I feel 100% better. Got my red cup coffee. I'm
Your
back in
favorite
business.
one.
Yeah, and actually this is going to be a special episode because we were all ready to go last week.
Yes.
Last minute cancel. So this week we're going to break the rule. And then B, we actually have like a double who's new because Sophia prepared both. So this will be the only episode I know of that we will double issue the
And then
Alfred's
we are
pick.
we picked content from both weeks just to be fair with everyone,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, let's break the rule.
Let's
It's good. We
break
haven't done it in a while, right?
No, we've been relatively compliant until now. And
Yeah.
first up is Shane. I love this because he's making an enhancement to his backup environment, and he's talking about this with the hardened repository. What kind of things caught your eye with this one, Maddie?
So yeah, just like an overview of it is trying to modify his backup, the DR environment, and he's adding infrastructure and then upgrading the VBR servers, and he's showing us how to get some of the environment migrated from one server to the other when you don't really need a full configuration database restore. So he's then just creating a demo, and he's taking us through all steps, going through the things he has in the old VBR and then all things in the new VBR. So really like that about it. And overall, I think it's very easy to follow and understand. Really good. Thank you, Shane, for that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good information in here, friends. So Shane's doing a number of things. One is he's doubling down on the VHR, the Veeam hardened repository. Highly recommend that. And then secondly, he's doing this map backup. So on scale, you don't always want to have to redo a full backup. So this is a really good set of advice, Shane. Thank you so much for doing this. And I think, Shane, we'll see you next month at the 100 Summit.
Yes.
All right, next up is the notorious KGG. Speaking of someone in the Veeam 100 programs, he's really highlighting a new innovation of Cast and K10. This is a pretty cool one, the sidebar, eh?
Yeah, totally. And many people would be like, but why sidebar would be such a great innovation? But I think for people using the platform is actually very, very helpful because it's making your life so much easier. So yeah, this is a new feature in Castle 6.0.7, right? I think I'm right. And I think it really makes the difference. It makes profiles, blueprints, transform sets and user roles, top level items, and then policies, profile, user permissions, distributions, and licensing in the multi-cluster manager have also been moved to the top level in the sidebar. So this is really great. And I think Michael posted one video in there, so maybe we can just show that as well. That would be good. If not, anyway, people can just watch it and there's going to be
Yeah.
all
I
information
could tell you right
needed.
away. This is before 607, right? So it doesn't have that sidebar. So you can clearly see the difference. There's no sidebar right here, right? So that
Yeah.
is absolutely a great add. And then also big shout out to Sir Matt Bader. He's a good one, by the way. I'm glad he's joined. He does a lot of really good videos as well, but this is outstanding. So thank you, Cade. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jeff, for highlighting the new sidebar. I'll give you a like for that. Awesome. Yeah, in Kubernetes Corner. Always good content coming through that. That's awesome. All right, next up, Craig Do. Craig, one of my favorites, one of the venerable personalities. I love this. Everyone should have a plan, but how do you ensure it's reliable? What caught your eye here?
So yeah, I think this is actually great. It's, you know, like it's the obvious, as he also mentions that, but it's always good to talk about it. It's just fundamentals, and these are always important. So he's writing about some things he discussed at Veeam on Tour in London, which I heard it was pretty good event. I saw some awesome pictures as well on LinkedIn and Twitter. So good job, guys, in there. So he had the opportunity, Greg had the opportunity to be part of a panel and present with other vanguards and Veeam 100 members. And he's trying here to answer a question: how do you ensure your recovery plan is reliable? And then he's talking, he has some points in there. His first point is obvious, but very important, right? Understand your environment. So this is essential in order to create a recovery plan. Then he talks about clean data. Of course, if it's not clean, it's not going to be of help, right? So that means you have to monitor, you have to test, analyze regularly your data. And the third point, when you recover your data, he says, make sure you have a clean place to store it. So that's also equally important. And last but not least, backup plan for your recovery plan. So really like his tip in here. It's really good. Your recovery plan should not be a static process or document. It should evolve with your environment. And I think this is very, very important advice, because I'm sure many companies are just doing their, you know, like static document and then just leave it there. And that's not going to help out.
Yeah,
So,
that
yeah,
is
really
outstanding advice. In fact, I really want to double down on that. You know, Craig, I talk to a lot of people and I hear a lot of things. You, Craig, do at the Veeam on Tour in 2016 said something also that I still to this day will quote and use. You know, Craig always poses some of the decisions in technology. He'll say, do you want it done right or do you want it done right now? You can't have both, right? This is another piece of...
This was Craig.
Yes. Correct, because you've heard me say that, haven't you, Maddie? You've heard me say that. Craig, I'm telling you, you're like my life mentor, and your advice right here, static is not how a recovery plan should be. It should be dynamic. Love it, love it, love it. Great advice. Thank you, Craig.
I think I'm gonna start quote that. So yeah.
Tell you, everything you need to know in life, just go to Craig Do. There you go.
There you go.
All right, so I think that was 3. This is the official rule breaker, but it's a good one because Estaban is back on the Veeam community. Now, he did put this one in the VUG Latin America, so I went ahead and did the translation in the browser. But hey, so good to have Estaban back. I think you had a word with him there in BA.
I did. I spent some time with Estaban while we were in Buenos Aires. So really nice catch up. Really great to see Estaban. And yeah, we had well, for the people that don't know, Estaban is actually an ex-Vanguard. And he was one of the first to join the community hub. He used to be a legend as well. So yeah, we had a conversation around, hey, we want you back. You should be back in the Veeam 100 program. You should be back in the community. So it was great. And after that, he started posting. So let's see, fingers crossed, we have Estaban back in the program. So Actually, in this article, which, as you said, is supposed to be in Spanish, but now it's translated. So he talks about the Veeam size estimator, which is an extremely useful tool, as many of you would know, for estimating the size of the backup data. And basically, you can determine how much storage space you will need for the backups, and then, of course, plan for the required resources. And this article is really good because Esteban takes us to all the steps to how to use it. So I think really, really good and comprehensive article. Thank you for that, Esteban.
Yeah, and a couple of things, Esteban took a job change, right? That always adjusts the priorities of how people can, still contribute externally, but the calculators are super, super important. So highly recommend, especially, para las personas que hablan español, este es importante para ti. This one is good for you in Spanish, right? So highly recommend we check that out. Welcome back, Esteban. Watch this space. So we did break the rule. Those are our 4 featured contents. Now we're going to go to special department.
A lot of special, yeah.
Yes, we do. And we're recording on a Wednesday. Tomorrow, the Exagrid partner of ours and Jos from Netherlands are doing basically a Dutch user group, I believe it's a user group session about Veeam and Exagrid. And we'll have this recorded on the Veeam Community Hub playlist as well. So we'll make sure we feature that link next week as well. But this looks pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. So for the people that don't know, Jos is actually the VUG leader, one of the VUG leaders for Netherlands, as well as one of the vanguards. He has an invite, Ron from Exagrid, and they will discuss how to protect your data with Veeam and Exagrid. I think that's going to be an interesting event. It's going to be in Dutch, so a bit niched. But that's good because there's no really a lot of content in Dutch. So I think this is going to be great. And as you said, this is going to be available after the event at the Hub, as well as on the Veeam YouTube official. So that's going to be great. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, indeed. And piece of trivia, Exagrid is integrated with Veeam longer than any other storage. Resident historian, that's a fact. All right, next week, Maddie, I don't know how this is going to go. The hackathon, it's coming.
The hackathon is finally coming. Next week, we're going to have our organizers, actually the CEOs and founders of this hackathon, Jonah and Maurice, finally showing us everything about it, how to go about it. I think they have a team of there are over 50 people subscribed to this hackathon, and then there's going to be a split in the teams of probably 3 or 4 teams, something like that. And I know Michael Cade is going to participate, probably Anthony as well. A lot of our Veeam 100 members are going to be present there. I know some of the people that Julia brought as well in this event. So that's going to be an awesome event. It's going to be 24 hours. So it's going to start on the 28th, finishing on the 29th. So it's going to be global. And I'm actually pretty excited about it. I don't know.
I'm cautiously optimistic is where I'm at.
Okay. Great.
I just don't know how it's going to go. And, I cannot emphasize in this recap enough how grateful Madalina, myself, and the rest of the Veeam community team are that Maurice and Jonah are driving and leading this in such a way. This is next level community. I mean, I think we do community well here at Veeam, but the amount of initiative, Maurice, Jonah, I can't even describe. I'm so grateful to both of you for this. Yeah. So, and with that, I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to be there for where I can. I'm going to in and out and such. I tried to register as spectator, but Maurice wasn't having it. So we'll see.
Yeah, we should definitely be there. We should. I mean, in 24 hours, we should find some time to be there for this event, like to help out with the projects. And yeah, there are going to be prizes as well, just in case we have not mentioned that.
That's
There are going to
interesting.
be
I forgot about
prizes.
that.
Yes,
And you're mentioning the
Oh.
prizes. I'm going to mention the sub prize,
Mm.
but I'm not telling. I'll tell you privately after the call, but I'm not. Next week we'll see. We'll see.
Now you made everyone curious.
I got a surprise. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Jonah and Maurice. We will get into that next week. Last up, some of you might remember we talked about the French user group meeting in Monaco in the south of France. So Monaco's technically a separate country, but it was basically for south of France. And Stabs and Christopher Glimont worked together to organize, by the way, a solid agenda. It was a really good agenda.
Really good agenda.
Yeah.
A lot of people attended as well. Yeah. Partners, customers.
I just want to see what was the food. Okay, we got croissants, we got fruit. That's a good spread, Juice. I'll come eat that. I forget the agenda. I want to know what's up for lunch and breakfast. Sorry, it's always the first thing I look at, Maddie. It's like trying to find the bizarre things in the pictures, but they're sharing some pictures. I know that's Glimall. I don't know who the rest of them are, but this is outstanding. This was great community.
There were some systems engineers from Paris, as far as I know, as well. There from Veeam, so they had some sessions, some good session. I think they talked Kasten. They talked.
Yeah, this is Kasten with the sidebar, and we have a really strong team for Kasten in France too, so that makes sense.
That was definitely a successful event. And I saw they had some prizes as well at the end. I think I saw a picture with some people just holding some. Oh, there you go. I think that's the picture. Not though. Oh,
well, that's a great picture of Stabs. That's like Stabs. I'm going to challenge you. Profile pic right there. That's a good one.
Yeah, but I think you wanted to highlight the sticker as well, right? Oh, the Las Vegas sticker, the Veeam sticker.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Looks like some prizes. That's always good. There's a pretty solid agenda here of content. I mean, I think they went till full. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. What we got here? Oh, we got Heineken. I will go for that. We got looks like some bread. Looks like that. What is that? Is that a cake? What is that? I don't know.
Yeah, that looks like a cake. Oh my goodness.
I'm in. We got some vegetables. Pellegrino. Why not Perrier? We're talking France, Monaco, right? Now, whoa, is that all cheeses? French cheese. I'm in. I need to have the French cheese. I don't know about you, Maddie, but like when I look at these things, the food, the bev, that's kind of what really captures my eyes. But the cheese wins. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you like a funny fact. I was talking to some people from France at Veeam, and I was suggesting like pizza and beers, and they looked at me like, "What? What do you mean?" Like. No.
Yeah, so and I am super happy. I will take all of the Heineken. So there we go. So I'm happy with that. All right, we run nothing but a professional show here, by the way. I am super grateful for Stabs and Glimont, what you guys have put together here. It looked like it was super successful, and also I was really happy that we had a really good turnout from some of our sponsors too, partner sponsors, which I love it. You got cloud stuff, you got storage stuff, you got platform stuff, you've got services stuff. I love it. Great event. Yeah, thank you so much, Stabs. Christopher Glimont, great work. Now, last piece of special department news. We are going super long today because it's a double show. We're still not even done. I want to highlight a video that we launched on our YouTube event page right there. Actually, is the important part. We're talking about Microsoft 365 shared responsibility in Azure, and we have a couple of people from Veeam. We have David Phillips, he's our alliance manager for Veeam, and then we got Johan, who's our architect assigned to Microsoft for Veeam inside of product management, and Sarab, who's a Azure storage product manager, I believe. Sorry if I got the title wrong, Sarab. But especially with all the news in the market about Microsoft launching their own backup, what does that mean for Veeam? Highly recommend everyone watch this video. Great, great stuff. And I'll try, Johan, not to catch you with your eyes closed like that again. So, but anyway, Saurabh is a great resource, fan of Veeam. So thank you everyone for doing that. We'll put a link in the recap for that. All right, are you ready?
This is great, Rick.
Yeah.
But talking about shows,
Yeah.
I want to make an announcement. October 5th, we are starting Veeam 100 show. That's going to be the first show. And I'm not going to give more details today, but next week we are going to discuss more on this. And I can just say that I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to have some special guests as well for the first show. And maybe we're going to do a live stream and we are going to discuss more on that. Let's see how that goes. Just to introduce what Veeam 100 show is, because obviously it requires a bit more time to get more into detail so people can understand what is this show about, rather than just 5-10 minutes. So let's see if we can do that.
Yeah, that'd be a great launch special department next week. But just to trick and seed the audience, think of Veeam 100, think of Vanguards, think of Legends, think of MVPs. That's the clue. We'll leave it at that. All right, now we got some special pictures. Like everyone knows, Maddie was last week or this week still in Latin America, Buenos Aires and Sao Paulo. A couple of things in pictures. Looks like Vanny and Alfred are handing out stickers, sunglasses, and stuff like that. That's always good. And then up here we've got, let's see, there's Wolf, there's Beth, there's Jeff Riker. It's like all the good people in Brazil right here. Pretty solid group.
Big community. Awesome.
Yeah, the community is so strong. And
it was amazing. And I think your next slide is going to actually have the VUG leaders here in Brazil on the stage. So they were actually given a 10-minute slot to discuss community. And then you had Alfred and Vanny on the big stage. That was amazing. And obviously we are very grateful that the team in here, the events team that organized this, both VOT in Buenos Aires and VOT in Sao Paulo, they helped us to build these community corners, and we were able to use their support to engage with all the people that attended the event. That was really very amazing. Like to help us do all that and to have presence in there. This is really important for us to be around the world and talk about our community, because you would be surprised, but not a lot of people know about it, and that's a shame.
Yeah, big thanks to the LATAM team that gave us basically a little table, gave us time on the agenda. This is so helpful, and I got to give a shout out. Here are 3 of my favorite people in the world. We got Julia and Maddie and Sir Dave Russell, and I believe, looks like Dave is wearing the Alfred pin right there. Looks like, I think you made an impact on him as well. So that's great.
Yes, he was wearing it on the stage. That was amazing. But you know the story with you in Mexico that you had to give it to someone because they really wanted. We had the same story in here.
Oh, that's warming my heart. I love it.
So I had to go to Dave and be like, Dave, can I have Alfred? And he was like, yes, of course. And then we gave it to someone. So,
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Who's new? Part 1. All right. I guess it was last week we had plus 78, and I want to highlight, we got a lot of really cool usernames in here. I love 88 Poyarda. That's cool. A couple names stick out here. I recognize some people, which is nice. But let's see. What did Sophia pick as coolest usernames last week? She picked these 4. Shunny Spy. I like Spy. That's pretty cool. B Moody and Bim IT. That's pretty cool. And then Alfred's pick last week was a unique username.
That's really unique.
That is, it's following instructions. Please select a unique username. I have selected
you go.
Unique username. And whatever you did in the Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires, Maddie, has had an impact. We have a good impact uptick this week, plus 94. with another great list of people. Again, funny names up in the mix. I love this one, MD. That's cute. And then also Oko, that's cool. Looking at some of the names here, they might be Latin American names, but regardless, we get people joining from all over the world. It's awesome. All right, coolest usernames this week. These 4 usernames: Grumborowski, Millerman67, Stews, and Zadoxy Priest. That's a cute name. And
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, ZZP. It's kind of like ZZ Top, but ZZP. It's like, I don't know, rock and roll. Love it. And then Alfred's pick this week is Mr. G Friend, and I know who you are, G. And when we saw that, I'm like, this might be the first employee that is an Alfred's pick. I don't know, but Gaylord, you are in good company now in the Veeam community with the Alfred's Pick badge. Good stuff. Wow.
Watch out. Rick already stalked you.
I know, but that's so much content this week, Maddie. Well, first of all, we had to catch up, but thank you so much for curating everything.
Absolutely. My pleasure. It's been really, really a good time. So happy to do that. Happy to highlight all the content and all the good things that happened in these 2 weeks. So
yeah, and
awesome.
Big shout out to Latin America. They were really well receptive, and when I was in Mexico and Colombia, same thing. So I don't think we're done there. Let's just leave it at that.
You're not done here for sure. Exactly. There's so much to do.
Yeah, and big thanks to Sophia for preparing not 1 but 2 Who's New. So thank you for that. So thank you everyone for watching episode 136. We will be back probably somehow next week with another edition of the recap. But until then, have a great weekend.